Yahoo, it's Melt again. Today you can call me Dramatic Conclusion Melty. Or whatever. I don't know. We're finishing up the Steel Samurai case today. It's very exciting. I feel like I kind of know where this is going to go at this point. But we'll see if we can get there. You know me, sometimes I get stuck in the trials of where do I present or where do I press? Whatever. So, we're going to investigate the probably Studio 2 more in depth today. And then we're going to do the final trial. So, you ready to get started? Let's do this. Alright, here we go. October 19th, 3:27 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Maya! So, what happened? Okay, so this answers our question of, can Maya watch? Does she know what's happening? And the answer is no. No, she does not. Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Wow, good going, Nick! Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Under the initial trial system? I don't know what that means. Initial trial. Oh, okay. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. Is this explaining why the game is like this? I'm assuming it's not like this in real life. So they're trying to cover that. So under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. That could never work in reality, right? There's no way. Anyway. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah. But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. This is a good recap, I feel. I should do a better job recapping. But it's okay, the game does it for me. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Huh. Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where that trailer is. What? Is Maya always this excitable? Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mia is here, so no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go talk to WP? WP Powers, right. Hold on, I want to look at the plant. Let me look at the plant. Can we tell Maya that she's watering it too much? No. We're gonna just let her torture this poor plant forever. Alright. What's up, WP? We know. Okay. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today, thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there. And could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yes. Why are you like, he can't do anything. He's in jail. So there's not really anything I can do to help. Just reminded me of the pressure. Thanks, Maya. I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Just making things worse, girl. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer. Producer D. Vasquez. Diva is the pun there, I suppose. She doesn't talk to us, really, and she smoke. I think she did it. Because, really, it's either her or the director, who's the creepo guy, sticking his tongue out all over the place. I don't think he did it. Because I feel like if he did it, it would be... I feel like I could see D. Vasquez being way more, like, methodical. So I think she did it. Or maybe they both did it. I don't remember who did it. But I'm pretty sure at this point it's gotta be one of those two, né? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget it. What? What? This is the time to spill the beans, dude. I've only heard rumors anyhow. What is it? on, we'll get to that. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Mandela? Manila? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. But something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Salmonella. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. Okay. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh. Yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. What happened? Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago. We're gonna be asking about that, aren't we? It's our favorite. Oh, she's so quiet. What happened? The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick, I think our guard's down. Yeah. I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station, if we wanted. You eat, you die. Phew, she's alive! Hello. I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Oh, studio bigwigs love her. So she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Can I ask you about Sal Manila, the director? Sal? He's soft, a pushover, does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone be like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? Nope, no it doesn't, Maya. What about Mr. Hammer? Ugh. I hear about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer, you drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Uh-oh, she's really pissed this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal powers as custom so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. Okay, well, nice to see you. Take care, and we're gonna go this way. Might as well go over here while we're over here. I don't know where anything is or what we're supposed to be looking exactly. Guess they're not filming today either. I didn't want to see them filming just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later. I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there's any other clues lying around. Yar! No, not touching. Me! Did you just get kicked out? Oh, no. Got moved aside. Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean? I almost had a heart attack. Hehe, I guess I can be a little dramatique at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatique indeed. Ahem. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. So you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to these sleeping pills, see? If there are traces, it'll change color. Wow, neat! Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Do it! Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, alright. So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. Okay. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers, and some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. How is Edgeworth doing, anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed this paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal. Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Maya's me. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Bottles. Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle. So that means... Yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. Alright. I think we're good here, right? Can we go into the dressing room? I don't know if there's anything. Oh! Oh, hello! What are you doing in here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP's innocent! Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But this week is the last episode of the Steel Samurai. What? No! I mean, it makes sense with all this craziness going around. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh, I guess the rumor must have been true then. The rumor? Yeah, Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt, you know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too. The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set, then? Alright. What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No. No! Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's the way Global Studios decided. We have so much to ask. Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love Steel Samurai? It's okay, I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something! Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. This? And this is... A fan collected all these photographs. Kids love Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be cancelled just to save adults, so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right, yeah, because you're a fan too, Nick. Okay! But what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. Okay, 5 years ago. Well, I can tell you what I heard. Apparently 5 years ago someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer. And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then, and they were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Soulbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know? Thanks, we'll try asking her. If she'll talk. I don't know if she'll talk to us, though. Right? I don't know. All we can do is try, though, né? What, you're still slinking around? If you like this place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer! It's all due to Hammer. She's staring to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance. Tell us about 5 years ago, please. I wanted to ask you about about 5 years ago. Who told? Who did you hear that from? Huh? Nichols. Nichols? Oh, I get it. Penny. Nickels. Dimes and quarters. You get it. Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols. That assistant we talked to. Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Whippersnappers! Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun? No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume? You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof Hammer stole Powers' costume? I'm sorry, Miss Olbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. What if I submit this and show her the leg? Okay, never mind. Okay. Oh god, I have to start over. Hold on. What else? Maybe the sleeping pill thing, right? Because that's new. The sleeping pill bottle, or is it this one? Oh, we're gonna do this one. Hopefully it's right. What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove? It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Oh, here. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes, so? This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on that plate. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss Oldbag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbag. You're right. 5 years ago there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. Ooh! She silenced that paparazzi! That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand. Poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. Miss Oldbag. Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, take this. A photograph? Wait a second. This is the picture. Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with the bad guy on top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and fell, and the man fell onto the flower box fence. That was why the one was like crooked, né? But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. This is very useful, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Okay, well now where do we go? Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the steel samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2? Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. Yeah, something like that, Nick. Oh, she's here. Hey, Nick. It's Miss Vasquez. Hello? She's not gonna talk to us. Hello? H-E-L-L-O! Maya, you should at least try to be polite. She is not having it with her. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. She's not gonna talk to us. Excuse me? Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh! Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick! She's really ticking me off! Oh dear. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it! Nick, she did it! She's the killer! My Fey blood speaks to me. I know it! I know it! Oh dear. Oh, I didn't mean to do it again! I didn't mean to do it again! I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manila? If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer? By yourselves? Oh dear. Okay, let's look. Because now we know, well... Not that. This one. They never fixed it? Okay, no, we have nothing new to say, even though we have the new information. Or whatever, I guess. Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here. Guess she was still on a high from getting that rare card she needed. Maybe anything new in the trash? No? I cut a little bit because I didn't know what I was doing. So, Maya just said like, oh, so they ate T-bone steaks too. And then she went, hmm? And then something wrong? I don't know, I'm getting this funny feeling. Something about this just feels odd, you know? Can't say that I do. Did we say that already? I think we did. Girl, I don't know. I don't know what to do now. Here. Detective Gumshoe must have left by now. He's probably thinking about what to do in tomorrow's trial. I bet Edgeworth is pretty angry at him. I don't think it's right that, like, the people who are investigating whatever went down work so closely with the prosecution. I feel like it should be equal, right? I don't know. The assistant must have gone off somewhere. That stuff about Mr. Hammer must have come as a shock to her. What if we show her this? I cut again because I'm just wondering what to do. What if we show her this? She might talk then? She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? I will. Old bag. Oh, old? She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick. Right. Anyway. Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind? Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Okay. She went inside the trailer. Okay, well, let's go after her then, shall we? I'm scared of her. You came. Well, yeah, I mean, well then, what was... She didn't want to talk about it more in public. She wanted to make sure no one could overhear. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kids' shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now? Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh, I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident? No. No way! You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That's what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? I'm smoking a lot right now. Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. That's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy, but he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me, now. Hell no, I'm not giving that to you! What? This is valuable evidence. Boys! Uh-oh. Oh yeah, she has the Yakuza ties or whatever, right? Where's Kiryu-kun? Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? No, no thank you. I would like to stay alive. What? The trial ends tomorrow? How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! So that's gonna do it for today. Oh! Gumshoe! I didn't know how we were gonna get out of this one. Hold it right there. I heard everything, pal. Oh, our dumb dog hero to say over today. Thank you. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it. Well, we know who did it now, don't we? Maybe she did it. Maybe it was some kind of situation, and maybe, like, she wanted whoever that guy was to get killed. And she kind of, like, made it feel like, or set him up, so that Jack Hammer, like, took the fall and he really felt like, yeah, it was my fault or something like that, but it was really her? I don't know. But if it was just showing... If it was solely just Jack Hammer's, like, dirt, and it didn't have anything to do with her, I don't think she would care about getting that picture back. But that picture has some, you know... I mean, it looks like she's there in that picture, too, right? Anyway. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry, I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. It's okay, thank you for saving our lives. Detective Gumshoe. Thank you, thank you, thank you! I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Oh. Okay, I got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. We almost died, you guys. Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez, yeah. Okay, well, that was really quick investigating, right? I mean, I killed some time roaming around getting confused when it wasn't that confusing of a thing. I'm always hesitant to, like, show these really hot evidence things to the people. Feeny loves to do that. We almost died because we did that. We gotta stop doing that. Alright, this is it, the final throwdown. Final showdown on October 20th, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 4. Alright, court now is in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. You know why they also gave us that blurb about 3-day trial thing? Because then you know what to expect for the rest of this game, I guess. I swear there's one that's extra long. But maybe that's because it's like a special one. Then all of the ones going forward will be in 3-day sets. Because the one with Mia, that's kind of like didn't count, so I guess that's why that one was... I think that one was shorter, right? Whatever, anyway. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was, in fact, Studio 2. Today we'll call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present on the Studio 2 trailer that day. Alright. I feel like she's gonna be the main one that we're gonna be tangoing with, right? Because we know she did it. I don't really know how, but she done did it. It has to be her, right? It couldn't be her Yakuza ties either. I don't know. Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I'm a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trial. You were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes? I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. Charmer. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. She's guilty. I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. Alright. The day of the murder. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp and ended at 4. 4-hour meeting. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. Was fatigued, so I had Sal take me? What the heck does that mean? Did he carry her? It sounds like he carried her. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks. Okay, we're gonna call this out. There's no bone. That's been bothering me. The pants not fitting and the T-bone steak with no bone has been bothering me. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? That's what I said. The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I didn't take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk. What with the monkey's head toppling over. Why did you make this detail? Because you just like put yourself in a corner. How would you have taken the van if the monkey's head fell over? Girl. There's no road to... This is not an off-road vehicle, sir. Ma'am. I see. She should have gone with her piggyback story. That would have worked. Okay. This is the final battle. Nick, let's do it. I already have multiple points to press. Let's start with a van situation, maybe. Do I push this? Wait, they gave us the evidence for the van? Maybe I should have presented the van. You had Sal take you, what does that mean? It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van. Okay, that was... Okay. Hold on. Go back. We go with this. We present this. I got it wrong. What do I... The monkey. Maybe I present the monkey head. Harama! It's fine. I'm missing 2 points. You don't need to see it explode. You heard it. Okay. I know I'm on the right track. This one, this one, this one. No, I'm not. Between 2:15 and 4. Then it was gone by the time they left, right? Right? Never mind, and that doesn't work. Hold on. This is the one I want to push to. So, do you have someone who can verify this? Sal. No, I mean someone else. One person is enough. She committed murder during that break. She wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. If it had some evidence to prove that she didn't eat that steak. Well, when they find anything, I kind of wish she'd said a little more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said. Somewhere. We're on... It's the steak. The other point I was trying to make is not real. So, this... Steak plate? I feel like this isn't right, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, I was right. The threatening bar went away. Huh, maybe, as I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. Or did you eat the bones, too? That's what I want him to say. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate? Did he leave, like, broccoli, or do you think that's just, like, garnish? Because if it's broccoli, shame on you. I love broccoli. It's so good. This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. That's why they call it a T-bone steak. Even I know that, and I don't eat steak. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? That's what I'm saying. Edgy. Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Ms. Vasquez and Mr. Manila ate at a table outside the trailer. No bones. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. There's not even sauce. I mean, I guess that could make sense. I don't know. The plates were bare. Don't grit your teeth. It's bad for your teeth and your jaw health. Looking out for you guys. Miss Vasquez! Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You ate the bone, too. You didn't eat the steak. Can you imagine he makes this dramatic thing and goes, you ate the bone! You didn't eat the steak during that break? You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like the incinerator. Well, wouldn't there have been bones in the incinerator? Or do bones burn? Do they burn? They burn, but they have to be burnt at a higher level than the other stuff. Is that true? I don't know. I don't really know. Okay. I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? I don't know. Murder? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Meeting the Steel Samurai. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. She has a very elegant way about her, though, right? Outfit, the way she holds herself. Can't be mad at that. Everything else you can be mad at, but not the aura. You know what I'm saying? Order! Are you saying? Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai, and then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Mr. Wright, there's gonna obviously be a lot more hoops we gotta jump through, but I feel like we accused her really early. Is that a little presumptuous? We're starting off strong here. What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Okay. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes? I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? I mean, it was broken. That if it was so heavy, she could break it off and then use it as a knife. You couldn't, could you? I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Ha! You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning? The samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What? Oh, did she done speared him in the garden? What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. Oh, Lord. Oh, this picture, ne? This picture. No? Wrong, Mr. Wright. But I haven't said anything yet. I know you well enough by now to know when you're going to present the wrong evidence. I can sense it too with my fey blood. Okay, Quay, so pick the wrong evidence. Enough with all the sensing. Because it was broken? I present my proof. The so-called murder weapon. Okay. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that the spear broke during the morning action scene run-through? But someone fixed the spear. It was a security lady. She fixed it with the duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who's wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Order, order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence. I'm the one testifying here and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed? I'm gonna show the picture now. Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what the weapon used to kill? Okay, I can tell you. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. So it's this. This one. Look at this photo. I would super argue that the hole that a gate would make would not be even almost the same as a hole a spear would make. It wouldn't there have like blood and guts and nasty on that spear. Even if they were like, we gotta make it look that way, let me stick some of that on there. I think you could tell by the application, right? I mean, I don't know forensics, ma'am. I am not a forensic specialist. I just feel like there's no way a spear versus that, especially a spear that looks so long with the sticky pointy thingy. This one spears out like this. It would just make a different kind of hole in the body, ne? And I think you could tell the blood, right? Blood things that would, I don't know. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Order, order. If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What? Are you saying... Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Has happened again. They gotta get rid of that fence, girl. That fence is killing 2 human beings. Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs and onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. How you like that, huh? In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago. Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Ho ho. Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny what I said is true? Mr. Wright. Let's say, for the sake of the argument, that Hammer died at the trailer, you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? That hole in the chest does not look like it came from a freaking speared garden post. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it kind of looks like... I don't think, whatever. We don't need to get into the gore and guts of the situation. You know what I'm trying to say. And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. She put him in the van! She done put him in the van. That's why they mentioned the van. Because I was like, why do they mention the van? Who cares how she got there in the van? They done did the murder. Her and Salmonella. And she was like, help me with the body. And he's like, okay, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. And then they put him in the body, or they put him in the van, and they put him over to Studio 1, and they framed it to look like What's-His-Face did it because, I don't know, he was an easy target. That part we don't have sussed out. Why? For the Will Powers situation, and like, why did he want to drug Will Powers? We don't know. But this is clearing up, isn't it? This is exciting. And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming I carried the body to Studio 1? And returned it to the trailer in all in the space of a 15-minute break? You could do that with a van, though, girl. How could I have disposed of the body? Feeny, I know, call on me. The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? She had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? For instance? I got your evidence right here, girl. Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then. I know. Please show us how she carried the body. With the van. I was so ready to use this van for other purposes. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1. And you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so I went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate's costume. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget it was Sal Manila that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manila was a conspirator? Yeah, of course he was. Of course Sal Manila has to be a conspirator. The body had been placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Especially, like, if she says, oh, she's so petite, or whatever. That's a two-person job, you know what I'm saying? So, also don't forget that they had to dispose of the steel samurai costume. Do you think they cut it up and put it in the incinerator? That's why nobody could find it? The whole thing of them not being able to find the costume is very bizarre to me. So maybe they cut it up and put it in the incinerator. Or folded it? I don't know. They had to because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood! They probably burnt it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? How you like that? How you like that? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. Humph. I lose. You win. It was fun. I win? So what happens next? Don't me? Do you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. Wait, so you mean D. Vasquez, so it was you. You killed Jack Hammer. Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. Well, we have to go back? I don't think so. I feel like we do, though. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? Because, like, couldn't we have, like, Gumshoe or whatever go to the van and see if there's DNA samples left in the van? Or go to the incinerator and dump out all that ash and see if there's any remnants of the freaking costume or something? You know what I'm saying? Order! Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course, it says the witnesses. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but, there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving. Oh, what do I do now? Testify again. I'd like you to testify again? Testify again? Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I don't know! I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. Shoot, what do we do? What would happen if I say it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn. To come so far only to fail. As it seems there's no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. I see. Very well. Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. Are you the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Edgy, he's helping us. He's a good boy. Well, yes, Indeed, verily, I say, ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. This is so weird. It's like Edgy and I teaming up to do this. The witness will testify at the court concerning this matter. Nick! Why did Edgeworth? Who knows? You probably realized she did it too. But, wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that, Edgeworth. After finding the body. Alright. I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. Security lady Oldbag was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Okay, Nick, we're real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick. Right. I don't know what the heck. Nothing stood out the first time. We don't know why. The thing that's really sticking with me that I feel like we're not even almost done is we don't know why Jack Hammer drugged Will, right? We don't know why he did that or why he dressed up as a steel samurai. I don't know. I'm gonna press a couple of these. What was everyone else doing at the time? No one said a thing. I'm silent, completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry I'm late. Then silence, dead silence. Silence. Hey, Nick! Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up. Was that a hint? What time was that? We were to meet at 5 for the rehearsal, so I'd say it was then. When exactly did you and Mr. Manila arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. Wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well? Then you could have put Hammer in that costume with Sal Manila's help. Oh? What did I just say? Did I not say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should have listened to what people are saying, boy. Boy! Okay. Oh my god. I'm gonna push everything, because I have no idea. I don't know. Mr. Powers is taking a nap, correct? So he says. Did no one go and call him? Remember what? There was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm? You certainly seem calm enough when I accuse you of murder. Oh. Wait a second. Wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around. You discovered a murdered body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Miss Vasquez? Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting at a location. No one noticed he was missing. That's messed up. Poor Powers! Okay, that didn't help. It's gotta be this line, right? We did this. You asked to be left out? Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned, and I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting. There was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us. Covered for you, or covered it up for you. There must have been a lot riding on this with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. The script and your direction notes? Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to the Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder, after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh yeah, I guess. Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Huh? Think! Miss Vasquez says she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Do you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio One. I did not catch this. Thank you, Edgeworth. Love you. Thank you. Cutie. Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth. What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Because we're friends, okay? We help each other out to find truth and justice. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? A court of love, Your Honor! No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well, witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. Oh, thank God. I was so stuck, man. I knew that Hammer was injured and I couldn't do any action scenes, so I left him behind. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? You were in the meeting, girl, right? Sal. He told me. Sal, the director? You have to find something to pay. I know. This last statement is not good. Hold on. Lord, what am I gonna do, though? What am I presenting here? I feel like I don't have... You know what I'm trying to say, right? When did they do that stuff and he got hurt? I feel like it was during the time that they were doing their meeting, but I feel like I don't have anything to prove that. This? That they were all practicing in a different place. And then how would they have been able to get over there when the plot... Unless that was all before, and it could have been, but I'm gonna present this because I don't know. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. I don't know! I'm so stuck! I have no idea! I only have 2 more tries, so I better figure it out. What was this again? Tell me this again. How did you know about the injury? Because she stuttered there. Sal, he told me. It has to be that last one. Because it has to be this one, and I have to present something. I have no idea what to present. This? Nope. Oh my god! We have to present something. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save. Because we're gonna lose if I don't save. And I don't want to do this all over again, so hold on a second. I don't know why I presented the picture of the Steel Samurai limping. I picked that one. I don't know how much I left in. Because I'm assuming that's the right one, but I don't know why. I just couldn't think of any other thing to do. You knew that Hammer was injured. Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. Oh my god, that's right! It was Will Powers. What? What? Yeah! Duh! I didn't even think about this. Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Oh my god, I don't know why I didn't notice this before. Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in the photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? Yeah, I totally didn't catch this. I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right, he must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manila was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez! You saw Hammer limping. You didn't hear anything from Mr. Manila. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too, because he was trying to pretend to be him. Are we never going to talk about the pants? It's supposed to be like that. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Ah! And when was he doing this? Well, it would have to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. That was good, Feeny. I didn't catch that, girl. Order, order! I will have- I'm so scared though. I only have 1 bar left to mess up, so I better not mess up anymore. Witness! Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Ugh. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Because, you know, they don't want to go to jail for murder. Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I don't know. Well, I guess maybe she could see him as just being like, she used up his usefulness or something, potentially. I don't know why he pretended to be Will. That's the part that I really don't know. I had nothing to gain from this death, nothing. Yes, you two, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? Of course I can prove it. Okay. I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present the court the evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in the murder. This? This, right? This? I'm so scared I'm gonna mess up, but here. This is my proof. This is the photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? That's why you tried to kill us, to get this photo back. 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez and not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright? Oh no! Oh no! Hold on, I'm gonna save. Okay. I don't... What if it was self-defense? What if it was self-defense? What if it was self-defense? What if it was that Jack Hammer was like, enough is enough, I cannot take this anymore. And he disguises himself as Steel Samurai, hoping the show will get cancelled, and also setting up Will Powers in the whole situation. Tries to kill her, and she's like, not today, and then he dies. And then she's like, well, what are you gonna do? But then why would she do all this? She could have easily just said, he tried to kill me, he was crazy. Okay, it went away. She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. That's why he brought the spear. What? But, to me, this is stupid then. Because, like, why did she do all of this? I guess because they would have asked, well, why did he want to kill you? And then she didn't want to talk about it, and that's why? What? And she swept the other one under the rug, so she thought she could do it again? Maybe that's why? Your Honor. Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers and dragged those pant legs on the ground that never came to fruition, apparently. Then Jackhammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Was she mad? So you did do it, didn't you? Yes, I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Ah, Miss Vasquez! What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No. Oh, was this like her boyfriend? How could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel! Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez! No! Please don't die, please! Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again. Mr. Edgeworth, where's D. Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm and collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? It appears you have brought about yet another miracle. You know, as we know. Thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should have been found so is only natural, not a miracle. We also had a lot of help from Edgeworth because literally I did not understand that last bit at all. I got so stuck and he helped the girl out. So thank you, baby. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Not guilty. Oh yeah, we did it! Woo woo! Another one down, winning trials, saving the innocents from bad stuff. That is all. This court is adjourned. Yeah, I didn't remember the whole boyfriend thing and all of that. I mean, clearly, because I didn't know what to do. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough he wanted to kill Ms. Vasquez, but to think that he tried to frame me for the murder makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me, why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... This? It's because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai? Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kids show, and as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him any time. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. So am I. Congratulations, WP! Oh, hehe. Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Is something wrong? No, of course not. Ah! Nick! Edgeworth! Hey, you look kind of mad. What's happening? Hey. Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Yeah, thank the poor boy. He helped us out. If it wasn't for him, we would have been screwed. Well, maybe Mia had to come and help us. You know how it is. Vasquez would have gotten away with it if you hadn't stepped in. Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar! He's not lying! We all know. The Ace Attorney fan community, we all know. Not lying. Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings! Take a screen cap of this moment! It's one of many moments in time, you guys. It's one of many moments in time, but this is one of the crown jewels of the ship, the good ship over here. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes. Unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. Mr. Wright? Was that guy your friend? It's kind of a long story. What? Friends? As if! They're rivals, right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me! What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? What is the deal with you and Mr. Edgeworth, huh, Feeny? You want to tell us? You want to share with the class? And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids shows again. Oh. Pink Princess. Nick! This is it! The new show starts today! You're going to watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant. Fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. Pink Princess. The end. This is a good one. I forgot about I didn't think the unnecessary, oh my god. I didn't think the unnecessary feelings quote was this soon. I don't know when I thought it was, but that's an iconic line. We gotta look at this cover. You know how it is. We gotta look at this cover. But first, let me break. Alright. This is the cover. I have to break because I have to, once I save, I have to close the game out, and then I have to reload it to this. You can start a new game per chapter, which I think is pretty handy, you know? Because certain chapters, this one's whatever, I don't know. Some of them are better than others, so it's nice to be able to pick your chapter that you want to play again. Anyway. Who's this man? Who's he? Edgeworth looks distraught, going, ugh. Looks like he's in pain. We can't have that. Who's this one? And who's this man with a very pretty looking parrot? And oh, we can't forget about Noodle. What is this? Is it Nessie? This one's a good one. I know I said that about Turnabout Samurai. That one is good. That one is good. But this one is like very important. This one and the next one. Very, 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 very important. Yes. I'm so excited for this next episode. So I hope you are looking forward to it as well. Yes. So that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. The ship in the unnecessary feelings. It was like, you know, I don't know. You turn a ship on the same way you use like a car. You put the key in and you crank it. That was that first one. And now our ship is about to sail off into the sunset with us on it. In these next this next one. Yes, I'm very very excited about these. This one I feel like I remember less. Maybe it'll all start coming back to me as we play. But I don't really remember I remember story beats and character things, but I don't remember how this thing went. With the third one, with the samurai one, I knew that somebody fell on the gate, and I knew that they died in Studio 2. Like, pretty much from the beginning. I just didn't remember how all the stuff worked about it. This one I don't really remember. It's just very important to the overall storyline of Ace Attorney. So, I hope you're looking forward to it, because I sure am. And I will see you in whatever I see you next. So, until then, remember to be kind to others, especially yourself. Take care, and I'll see you later. Okay, bye-bye!